Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Are You Sure NFL podcast. My name is Nick, and who am I joined by?
Hey,
Logan.
Noah.
And today we're going to be discussing various news around the league, including jerseys, and then we're going to get into an NFC East breakdown. So the first thing, I'm going to let Logan introduce this.
The first thing we're talking about today is some of the biggest news in the past week. Matthew Stafford signing a one-year, $55 million extension with the Rams.
Yeah, signed a fat contract extension. How long did he have left?
I'll take over. He's doing so now he's 2 years. So he's got next year and the year after that. So Ty Simpson is not looking to start till year 3, which maybe it's because Sean McVay just hates Ty Simpson. I know he's going around that he didn't want him and the GM took him, but I don't know.
So this means that he's got 2 more years in the Rams, correct? Or is this
Yes, 2.
Yeah.
He's got this season, next season. So Simpson's sitting year 1 and 2.
So basically, it's just going to be Jordan Love coming in. And he's going to have to play for a second contract, which is going to be interesting to see how much he's. Cause, I mean, I think he's good enough to learn from Stafford and be a good quarterback, but that's going to be a rough season for the Rams if he does not pan out.
Yeah.
And they don't win a Super Bowl, and they could have drafted like a weapon or something.
It's going to be rough for the Rams if they make it to the NFC Championship again, just to lose again. And someone like Mekhi Lemon or even someone on the defense probably could have helped. And
Ruben Bain. They could have got Ruben Bain.
Could they have?
Yeah, he went to 15. And they were 13.
Right.
So it's 13.
Damn. But the thing is, Stafford, you get him for 2 more years. He just won the MVP. I doubt he falls off that much. And if he does, then he's just going to retire at the end of the contract anyway. So Ty Simpson, they're trying to pull a Packers here. They really want to let him rest up for a few years before they actually do anything. So our next thing we want to talk about, we're going to talk about Rashee Rice because this guy can never stay out of legal trouble. I don't know what it is. He must have gotten CTE in fucking college because the last 2 seasons he's missed like 1 million games. And now he violates his probation because he's caught smoking weed and has to go to jail for that.
Listen, I think
There's 30 days in jail, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, 30 days in jail.
He's missing OTAs.
He's missing mandatory OTAs.
It might be on
and
purpose.
practices. He's missing the entire summer program, and now apparently he's like getting a knee procedure and is going to miss like the first couple of weeks of the season.
To be fair,
I don't know about how true that one is, but I did hear that.
Maybe he just wants to miss he doesn't want to practice in the summer.
Yeah,
it's okay, bro. They got physical therapists in jail.
Also, I think there's a very obvious reason he's doing it. Clearly, he wants to be featured in GTA 7 in the Kansas City version.
Rashee Rice is who Jordan Addison wants to be.
Yeah.
Jordan, even though it came before.
Jordan Addison he can't live up to Rashee.
Let's talk about
we're not even done yet.
And Mekhi Lemon is who Jordan Addison is who Mekhi Lemon wants to be. It's a whole chain. It's a whole spectrum.
Everybody wants to
and
be like
all of them
Rashee
worship
Rice.
Antonio Brown.
Yes, Rashee Rice, the wannabe
And Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill.
Oh, and Brandon Ayuk. You can't forget him.
Ray Rice is who Rashee Rice wants to be. Rashee Rice is who Jordan Addison wants to be. Jordan Addison is who Mekhi Lemon wants to be.
Yeah, and you guys know I'm a Rashee Rice fantasy owner. It seems like I'm the fantasy owner of all these players that have unfortunate
Maybe this
shit.
is a management issue.
Yeah, unfortunate shit always happens. I always pick the really high upside guys who also have a really low floor, and this always happens. It blows up in my face 100% of the time. I'm going to be stuck with Chris Godwin and Jaden Higgins as my top receivers. I'm so fucked. Okay.
Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers retiring after this year. Who thinks going to take over that spot for him?
No, I'm not going to try to think about it. There's a good chance.
Drew Aller, dude. What do you mean, Drew Aller?
It's such a weird situation Pittsburgh's in right now because, so they draft 2 quarterbacks who they talk about developing and they think they're going to get played.
They're just not.
They also have Mason Rudolph on the roster. Like, what the hell is their plan? I don't think they have a plan. I think they're just throwing shit at the wall.
Mason Rudolph has 3,000 career passing yards. He can do it.
They're throwing literal monkey shit at the ball.
Them and the Browns are in the exact same boat. Who has the more fucked up QB room?
bro.
Except for they have Aaron Rodgers for 1 more year.
Yeah, except one team is Myles Garrett and the other one is TJ Watt.
Yeah, TJ Watt kind of fell off last year.
I guess.
This just depends on how many perks can Rodgers take to stay healthy this year.
I just saw a story. I don't even know if it's real. I think it's real. That Rodgers has been like so fucked up on his hallucinogens.
Have you seen his wife?
That he since the Brazil game that he's been like tripping really hard. He's been saying the Hat Man.
Dude, I saw that the Hatman shit.
He's been taking so many since the Brazil trip that it fucked him up. He probably caught a spirit in Brazil and it's been following him.
He caught a spirit in Brazil.
It told him to return for one more year.
The green card.
It's following him, and it's just that dude that goes to all the Lakers games.
Hey, it's the spirit. It's the spirit of Brett Favre. He's holding out to go to the Vikings to complete the Brett Favre career arc.
Yeah.
Well, all right, let's talk about the Malik Neighbors situation. So the news came out that Malik Neighbors, his knee is not fully healed yet. There's still big problems with his knee, and that week 1 is uncertain now. This is a big problem. Obviously, it's a big problem. Your knee injury is still lingering, but I'm talking about in terms of his career. Being so young and tearing your shit like that so early is
That's rough. And he had a monstrous rookie season.
I feel like hopefully he doesn't, but it seems like if he's already having looming knee issues that he could be one of those players, I feel like, where it's he's an amazing player when he's on the field, but that's when he's on the field. And I really hope this doesn't transcend into something like this, but it's very concerning to be a Giants fan and hearing that your star receiver like this is already having lingering knee issues year to year, and that's just not what you
He's
want
the
to
new
see.
Will Fuller.
I think people.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. But I think people are a little bit overreacting. Not a ton, because there are concerns. But I think people are so used to players perfectly recovering from ACLs that people don't realize.
Adrian Peterson ruined it all.
Yeah.
Okay. People are so used to these players recovering from ACL. People are forgetting they don't have a 100% hit rate, nor do they always fully work. Sometimes they have to get a cleanup. I think
Look at Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah, sometimes it takes. Sometimes it takes another year. He might be fully healed in another year. It just takes him longer. So I think people need to wait. Now,
Thing is,
in a year of in 5 or 6 months, and there's still questions. Okay, now you start worrying. But it's still summer, and he's not even. I don't think he's fully 9 months off of it yet. He's 7 months off.
Still, he's got to come back at least early in the season, because if he can only come back halfway through and he's not playing 100%, he's going to be going into year 4 of his rookie contract, and he won't have done anything in the last 2 years.
Okay, they got Malachi Fields.
Yeah, they have Logan's favorite receiver, Malachi Fields.
Very concerning though, because he also plays at MetLife more than.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but you know what? If you drafted Malachi Fields, then maybe, just maybe, he could be seeing more production at least early in the season. Same with Darnell.
He's going to see the same production. They're not going to take that much. He's not going to get that much
Neighbors
more.
is out. You got Fields on the outside and Mooney in the slot. Who's the other outside?
Well, it would be
Darius Slayton.
That he would be directly replacing Neighbors.
I guess. And then,
his position was.
Hey, you get Scat back.
I mean, this Giants team, I think everyone talks about how this year they're going to be looking good. I think this team has a good 2 years left before you see them finally. Because there's so many holes. There's so many holes in this team that, I mean, it's concerning when you see star players like this having lingering issues.
We'll get into that later in the episode when we talk about the Giants, because, like I said, we're going to be breaking down every single team in the NFC East.
All right, next thing, we're talking about the Titans remove seed oils from foods. First of all, why is this some big topic?
That's what I was saying, too.
Yeah.
I saw this. I'm, getting notifications on my phone. Why is this, national news?
I can almost bet there are multiple teams that also have done this before, and just nobody has reported on it.
I know.
Seed oils are bad for you.
Yes, don't get me wrong, they're bad for you. And if you're an NFL player, you need to be eating the top food. You're an NFL player.
Oh, yeah, of course Logan doesn't agree. Mr. McDonald's over here.
If you look at the top people ever, Tom Brady, Derrick Henry, they don't eat seed oils at all.
Tom
Brady and Derrick Henry as the top ever.
The Brady juice.
I guess.
No, I said some of the
Brady
top
juice.
athletes have. You could not say Derrick Henry isn't a top athlete. He's 33 or 32, and he's still.
He got more jacked.
Dude, he had 1,500 yards at 32 for a running back. Where is that heard of nowadays?
Never.
Exactly. He's I don't know.
Modern day Walter Payton over here playing well into his 30s.
And Tom Brady played until he was 45, and look, so there's definitely
what did Tom Brady eat?
Almonds,
The guy was banned from eating everything.
Yeah, but I mean, are anyone gonna argue it didn't work?
I'm convinced at a certain point they were just injecting him with shit. Robert Kraft was injecting him himself.
It's like that South Park episode where they were eating the stem cells from babies.
Oh
to
yeah,
keep them younger.
Yeah, you're right. No, it's like that one. What was it? The one picture of that billionaire who had 6 heart transplants. It's dude, Jesus is calling your name, dude. Just accept your fate. Actually, no, Jesus isn't. Calling your name.
But
and Tom Brady, along with the injections of all the Botox.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a model now.
All right.
Shut up, dude.
All right. Let's get back on top. If you see the Titans magically make the playoffs this year, I would not be surprised. You're going to see like half the teams in the NFL start announcing this shit.
Are you kidding me? The Titans are gonna win like 4 games. This year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. If that
Hey, if Juan
magically
Robinson
happens.
grows to 6 foot,
Shut the
we'll
fuck
know.
up. Shut up.
Okay.
I just
All right.
can't wait to see the photos of Cam Ward kissing his kids on the lips. and him taking the selfies like he's a 12-year-old girl. The fucking Snapchat.
Yeah, with this kid who's like
This
in
kid
high
laying
school.
on his lap,
Yes.
suntanning.
And
Yeah.
you've seen the Tom Brady pictures where he's like, I don't know if it was real or not, but I was like, what are you doing? It's like a picture of him like laying on his stomach, like taking the.
Yeah, and
It's
his son's like in high school or something. all right. So look, the last news thing I want to talk about is the NFL approved the ability to play 10 international games a year and voted to remove protected home games from international games. What do we all think?
in my opinion, I mean, the international games are cool. Like
I think
they're there to
pushing-
grow the league. I don't think too many fans actually care.
I don't think
The problem comes with that second part where
Yeah.
they voted to take away protected home games from teams, and I think that's just kind of a problem because not only are you taking that away from, you're taking games away from the biggest fans of the sport, which should be where all those teams are located. You're taking games away from them, and I mean you're just taking away from the home team. The whole point, you have somewhat of a home team advantage. And now you're taking that away and you're putting it in a neutral site, which I think just leads to worse games overall.
Yeah, not to mention all the revenue for all the bars and stuff nearby the stadiums of these teams. Like imagine a year where a Bears-Packers game late in the year is just played in like Brazil.
I think
or
it's
some
bad.
shit.
They can't. No, actually, I was gonna say they can't play divisional games, but Chiefs Chargers last year.
Chiefs Chargers was a divisional
Yeah,
game
good.
and they played it there.
I'm-
Although to be fair,
think
the
that was-
Chargers don't have home games, so
Like I'm
Yeah.
sure that I'm pretty sure like all these international games sell out the stadiums. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no,
They
don't get me
sell
wrong.
out
the
There's
stadiums,
fans
but-
in other countries. It's just
In my
they should all
opinion,
show
it's
up.
more of a novelty sport in other countries. It's like what a sport like cricket here is, where nobody really cares about.
or even
Well,
soccer.
I mean, I know there was like a rugby game the other. Like I don't know how common it is, but I knew that was sold out in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
But-
people show up to them. It's
In
just
my
they don't
opinion, I
have
think the more and more they keep giving these, I mean, it's only a matter of time until it's gonna be like
NFL Europe.
you're gonna be watching a game and the crowd's gonna be half full.
Yeah, they already got-
and then
they
it's
already
gonna be
got,
like, okay, at
leagues in
what
Europe.
point do you stop
I
giving
doubt
these
it
games?
turns to that because if there's one game in the entire country for a year, even 2 or 3, people are gonna show up for those.
And look at
games.
we are in the central time zone. These European games start at
8
9:30. Can you imagine being on the West Coast and having to
6
get up
a.m.
at 7:30 a.m.
to watch the Raiders shit the bed.
to watch your favorite team?
That would certainly be a problem
Getting up
for
at
Noah
7:30 to watch
Vandy.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. And then these it's East Coast bias because they only have to get up at 10:30 to watch these games, dude. Yeah.
All right.
So next thing we want to talk about is the new jerseys around the league. This is we're gonna talk about this a little bit, and then we're gonna get into the.
I love the Titans New Jersey.
We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about it, and I think each one of us are gonna give a grade on it.
Yeah.
All right. Starting with Titans.
All right, Titans. I think
They're
it's a
so
downgrade. I don't like the new logo.
I think the jerseys are an upgrade, but I
Yeah.
agree. I like the old logo.
The
But the
jerseys
old
are so
logo, the
much
new
nicer.
logo isn't like bad. Like there's sometimes it's really bad, but I'd say it's like a really it's barely a downgrade. But the jerseys are definitely not.
The
great.
The
Titans-
jerseys are better.
The
But
Titans are. I love the jerseys. At first I was kind of. I mean I love the jerseys now. I think back you compared to the old jerseys. The old jerseys were just kind of weird in my opinion. They didn't really have like. I want to go watch the Titans. Like the Titans are an exciting team. Their jerseys looked boring. Like they made them look like a boring team. Any player that put on those Titan jerseys just looked washed.
Yeah.
Immediately.
well, that's because let's think. Who did they sign over the last couple of years? They had like D Hop,
No, yeah, literally.
Brandon.
The
Was
corpse
Brandon
of
Cooks
Julio
there?
Jones.
I can't.
Lockett.
Julio Jones, I should have-
Corpse.
Tyler Lockett. Yeah.
God. Wide receiver.
Gonna be
graveyard.
Tyreek Hill in a couple months.
Tyreek Hill in a couple months.
Brandon
Calvin
Ayuk.
Ridley. Who's the other one I'm thinking of?
Andre Johnson, right?
Robert Woods.
Did they have Andre Johnson too? at
Yeah,
one
they
point?
did.
But yeah, going back to what I said about how they were close, if they just put the flames on that new logo,
Yes.
if they put the flames on
Yeah,
that
that logo's
logo,
just not
that
good.
might be one of the biggest upgrades in a logo.
I
I've seen
know, but like the flame was the good part.
The
I don't
rest-
think the logo.
The rest
bad,
of the logo
but
is definitely an upgrade.
It's just
if
plain.
you just
so
it's just
close.
plain.
if you just take the you replace the old logo with the circle part, it would be definitely an upgrade.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I mean, I kind of like the darker blue color, but you know what? Light blue, it's all right.
All right, so let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons New Jerseys.
Upgrade, easy upgrade.
Falcons is
Looks
not.
a lot
I don't
like
know
the
what
Texans.
they
It
were
looks like the
doing.
Texans, but it
yeah.
also kind of gives me like those 2000s. And
It also
2010s
just
vibes.
looks like something people from Atlanta would wear, like the city.
What? Tight jeans?
Derek, can you
No,
explain
I'm
that?
just saying, like Atlanta. You think of like the color red.
Yeah, I get
I always think of the color
Yeah,
red,
yes.
like when you tell me Atlanta. Maybe it's just because the
Well,
Falcons,
it's because
but
like every sports team
team
in
from is
Atlanta
red.
is a red.
And they've been
color.
like having this weird like color combos. I don't know if anyone remembers the gradient jerseys.
Oh,
Those are
Those
weird.
are
Thing is, the
terrible.
Falcons
Garbage.
for like the better part of half a decade have been trying really hard to have these like edgy looking cool jerseys, and
This
they
just
just
looks like
don't
the
look
Texans
good.
jerseys. I'm not gonna lie.
Can I get your opinions on
I
this?
like them.
I love the gradient jerseys. I loved the Falcons, like where the red
you
to the black.
like
I
this
thought it
one?
looked cool. Yeah, I thought that looked good. I
I
didn't.
gradients don't look good on dark colors. It's usually light colors they look good on. Dark colors is just too contrast.
I
It's too
don't
No, because
contrast.
look at what it looked like. The black pants is just like half a red jersey.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it
That's
just
look
made
at that.
no
That looks.
sense.
I also
looks-
didn't think that they're. I didn't think that they were great, but I didn't think they were bad. I thought they were like average, above average jerseys. But
Titans never really have bad-
I've heard.
Well,
Falcons
what's
really
the
have
worst
bad
jersey in the
jerseys.
league then? If that's an average jersey,
In my opinion, the worst jersey in the league would probably be.
Well, I have an answer, but I might be a little
What do you
biased.
think?
okay. Well, obviously
Packers.
he's gonna say Packers.
Whatever those
Packers
old
jerseys are
Old
too
school
iconic.
ones are just.
The old
I
school
like
ones.
the
Oh, the old
material. I
school
like the
one, yeah.
material.
They're like copies of the U of I jerseys, and the U of I jerseys
Oh, the
actually
old-
look
The
decent.
old school Packers
I'm
jerseys.
talking
are
about,
hard.
let's think about it. Let's all give our what are like the worst base uniforms in the NFL.
The worst base uniforms. I'm trying to think. I mean,
pull us
Washington
up
just
side
because
by
Well,
side.
I feel like Washington.
But we'll get into Washington in
Yeah,
a little
sorry.
bit. Who else is just a garbage jersey? I think the Jets jerseys are downgraded.
No,
from,
they
I
have new
like-
jerseys. They have. I
I
think
like
they
the new
improved their
Jets jerseys.
jerseys this year.
No,
I don't think they
I think they're the
majorly
same.
changed. I thought
no,
they
it's the
changed them.
same jerseys.
Or was it last year they changed them?
Yeah, I think
They-
so.
Oh, it was last year.
The year before. Who would I? That's
Thank you.
it's kind of a hard
That
question.
is
kinda hard
because
thing
I
to
think
think
most
about.
jerseys are pretty
I think-
decent nowadays.
Generally, teams are getting better. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the Cardinals all red jerseys.
Yeah, I was thinking of the card.
I mean, I don't mind them, but
But-
I think
As of lately, everybody hates the freaking
I would have said
Cardinals.
last year. I think the Titans are the worst. I mean, the
Titans.
light blue was a better step, but those like dark blue one jerseys.
I
are
hate the
probably
dark blue with
worst.
that dark gray. It just does not match at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd agree. What other teams got new jerseys? Nathan, you were
Rams
distracted.
and Ravens.
Rams and Ravens.
Ravens got new jerseys.
Ravens. They're
yeah.
they're very similar, but they're upgraded. I mean, it's an
Yeah.
upgrade. They're not worse.
Whereas the Rams, they got like a whole new logo.
Rams.
I hate the Rams logo. The new one, the all yellow. I just don't like.
I don't like it. The Rams logo's been getting worse as time goes on. The best it was that St. Louis to
Yeah,
like
the
the
old
early
Ram.
years in LA where it actually had the
I like the
Ram.
jerseys. I would say the
Well, the
gradient.
jerseys
I
are
didn't
good.
like the gradient on the numbers on the jerseys.
I think the jerseys kind of just gradually have looked tackier over the over the years.
I think the Rams jerseys before were a little too complicated. I think simplifying it a little
Yeah.
bit and making those numbers all yellow make it look nicer. The
I
logo
agree.
they should have just kept the same in my
The
opinion.
logo looks stupid. Though.
They should just go back to the blue and white. That was the best Rams, like
I mean, I don't hate
2018.
the
Look
blue
at how
jersey.
good. Look at how clean these ones were.
Yes,
back
like
in the day.
Yeah.
the
Yes.
St. Louis jerseys were really good.
All right,
liked
we're gonna
those.
talk
They've
about
been
Washington
downgraded
now.
on that.
Last one.
All right, Washington. Look, I actually like their new alternate.
Oh,
jerseys
I like
a
the
lot.
black
And their alternate logo, the throwback where they like have the spear. It's kind of like for the Redskins.
It's pretty funny. They're trying so hard to get away from Redskins, but then they get an alternate logo that directly relates to their old team name.
Yeah, I
Makes no
know,
sense.
and I think that's kind of their compromise with the whole situation with the team name.
I don't like the away ones for the.
In my opinion,
the home ones look good.
if you want my opinion, I
The
think
Wings
the new
don't look
Redskins jerseys are the new Commanders jerseys are the best jerseys in the league. One of, if not the best. Their home jerseys are amazing.
The home jerseys are
I mean,
Yeah.
You gotta
I-
think about both.
One thing I'd like to point out.
the
I
away
think-
jerseys aren't bad either. Their away jerseys are good also. I don't understand.
Does anybody
why-
else think it would be cool if for like one game every year they have throwbacks and they just wear the old Redskins jerseys?
Well, they pretty much are wearing them right now. I mean, they're
I guess
almost
Or
identical.
Just have like the actual logo on it. I think that would look.
All right, so let's give our grades for each jersey.
All right, so we were just talking about Washington, but Yeah, you're right. I was gonna get into my breakdown, but let's give grades for everyone.
So Titans, I'll give the Titans a minus.
I'd give them A.
I'll give them a B.
I'll give it an A minus.
Falcons, I'll give an A.
A minus for me.
I'm gonna give them a
Offset
B+.
A minus.
Who would be next? The Ravens.
Well, I haven't seen the Ravens at all. I didn't even know.
I'll give them
Yeah.
B plus.
Ravens,
I
it's the
will.
same, so B
All right,
minus.
I'll give them a B.
And what are we, Rams now?
Rams,
I'll give an A.
I'd say A minus because I wish they would just got the logo. but-
B
A
plus,
minus because of the logo.
because it's just kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
the
Ravens
logo
are-
change.
Washington-
Ravens
are we on
exactly the
Washington?
same.
The Ravens.
And then
is
Washington, I'll give
A plus.
an A
A
plus.
Yes.
Washington,
Their
the
jerseys
blacks
were
are
kind of
so
ugly. I mean,
clean.
I never.
I didn't mind the
They're watching
old
it.
Commander
I don't know if it's
jerseys,
just
but
me.
the new ones
never
are way better.
liked their
arrows
jerseys, but
through
I'm
the
looking at these new
Ws
ones and these
just
ones look
so clean
great.
on the black.
These
helmet.
new ones are a lot better.
I hated their old. I'm gonna be real. I always thought
It's like
they had
the
one of
first
more
time
ugly
in a while
jerseys.
this franchise is actually doing something good. All right, but if we're going to talk about the Commanders franchise, we're going to get into our NFC East breakdowns now. So each of us wrote down notes about one team. I will be talking about Washington. Noah has Dallas. Logan has Philly, and Nathan has New York. So first of all, we're going to talk about Washington. Their departures, they lost Tyler Biotic. They lost Chris Rodriguez. They didn't lose anybody that significant. Jake Martin, Jonathan Jones, Noah Igbenogany, pretty minor subtractions. I mean, Tyler Biotic was good, so that's probably one of the few places they downgraded at. Their additions, they signed Odafe Owe to a fat contract, which they haven't had a real proper edge rusher since they got rid of Montez Sweat and Chase Young, so I like that.
What do you mean? They had Von Miller of 9 sacks last year.
Yeah, their defense last year was so old, and yet they were still so terrible. They got Chigo Okonkwo, which 3 years, 27. I forgot what his stats were over the last couple of years.
He's a reliable
That might have been a
tight end.
He's
He's like
average.
300
He's
yards
like-
a year.
average $9 million a year, but I'm surprised he got paid more than Leo Chenal, who I think is better than Chigo Okonkwo.
I
He's
think
just a
Shig
linebacker,
is a really good blocker. That's why.
I guess, but I just think the linebacker market is shockingly not inflated like every other market. They got D-tackle Tim Settle, 3 years. Amik Robertson, their corners were terrible. Their whole secondary. They signed Nick Cross, a 2-year contract. Calebon Chason got 1 year, 11 mil, and then I got Rashad White because their running backs are just Bill and
It's an open room.
yeah, so I think Rashad White will actually make the team. They're only paying him $2 million this year. I do like what they did with the D line by adding Chason and Odafe Owe. I just still think that I have written down here concerns are the first wide receivers because it is Scary Terry and nobody else, and Scary Terry is getting old and he is never on the field. And behind him, all they have is Antonio Williams, who they drafted in the 3rd round, who Nathan absolutely fucking loves.
I'm
As
gonna
we
be
all
drafting
know.
him.
To be fair, he will be. I'd be shocked if he wasn't a starting receiver come week 1.
He'll be a starting receiver, but does that mean he'll be a good starting receiver?
No, obviously you can say that about any player.
It's going to be their
but-
starting receivers are going to be Scary Terry, Luke McCaffrey, and
No,
Antonio
it's not
Williams.
going to be Luke. They play the same position, so it's battle between those two.
Okay, well that just goes to show. I hate this wide receiver room because Scary Terry will get injured. I do have him written down as a key player. If he does, by some miracle, stay healthy this year, this team might actually be able to make a push for the playoffs.
But what are they going to do when they face any team that has a one good corner?
Any team that has one good corner.
Who's their ball? Because the running back room is let's be real, it's pretty garbage.
I don't know. I guess you got to throw it to Chigo Okonkwo and Ben Sennett.
They played the Eagles twice year. What if Quinyon Mitchell is just manned up on Scary Terry the entire game?
When
Well,
the Commanders
Scary Terry is good enough that he'll probably be able to win a couple times.
Yeah, but you can't win a whole game.
And I forgot who the other outside receiver is.
Noah
because-
Thomas.
Noah Thomas.
Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, you see, I just don't like this receiver room. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they try to sign one of the free agent receivers, if they try to bring back
For one.
Debo,
they could trade for one. I would
They
be
could-
surprised.
I don't know who they would trade for.
Yeah, there's always some surprise
Obviously, they're
receiver.
not going to get A.J. Brown
I was gonna say they'd definitely be in the market if it wasn't the same division.
if it wasn't the same division.
I don't think it's a bad idea to just bring back Debo on a 1-year deal at this point.
I hope.
Yeah, Debo, Stephon Diggs, those are the guys they should be
Oh, they
targeting.
should
Debo did
100%
good
be
last
signed
year.
Stephon Diggs.
The thing is, I don't know how competitive they think they're
Those
gonna be.
legal troubles are so. I don't know.
He got cleared.
I haven't
He got
cleared.
It was such.
Actually, you know who I think will be a really fun player on a team like this? Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I think if he could come back and be like 75% of what he used to be, that would be really fun.
At this point, the Chiefs need to get Tyreek back with whatever's happening with Rashee at this point.
Oh,
He's-
yeah, absolutely.
Get Rashee.
Thing is, what's the
That
value
actually-
for the Chiefs
that's
getting
probably
Tyreek
a
Hill
bad-
when you already have Xavier Worthy? They
That's
both
true.
fill the same niche.
It's yeah, no. Well, I think that's.
Washington
I think it's
missed
bad
out.
that the Chiefs did that because you're just going to encourage Rashee Rice to go get like 10 baby models.
Dude, oh yeah, we're gonna have.
It might be better for them not to sign him like long term for
hey,
Rashee.
you know what? Lots of young Chiefs fans are gonna be there.
I think Washington really missed the mark on Jawan Jennings. I think that was like
That was their guy. Obviously, they're not gonna get Brandon Ayuk. Jawan Jennings, they missed out on.
He signed a
They
one-year
should
deal
re-sign
too.
Debo.
Yeah, for
We
that.
signed
I think
Debo.
it was like 12 mil, right?
Debo
Yeah,
had
I mean,
like
really-
750 yards last year, like 6 touchdowns. I
Was
think.
was Debo playing in the slot last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a third slot receiver.
Yeah,
he's
that's
just a
I think
gadget
that's the
player
reason they
to put
haven't signed him
anywhere.
back yet.
Although
Debo
Debo,
can
yeah,
play
he's kind of a
outside.
Swiss Army
Alright,
knife. You can put him
anything else?
anywhere.
Put him at running back.
Look, we didn't even talk about their draft.
Talk about the record too.
Their record, yeah. Last year they were 5-12, complete disaster of a season. The year before it was the inverse record. They went 12-5, made the NFC Championship, and they followed that up by finishing third place, but with a fourth place record, really, because the Giants were so freaking bad. Their draft, they didn't have a lot of draft picks. They traded away their second to get Laramie Tunsil because this team hates having a young roster. They want to have all old players who are washed up. They're the new Titans, who are already the new Cardinals. They picked Sonny Styles in round 1, which I think is a fantastic pick because their linebackers were garbage last year. And I think Sonny Styles combined with Leo Chenal is a great linebacker room, at least for the off-ball guys.
Did they still have Bobby Wagner? Or
No.
No, he's
not.
gone.
He's
What about
free
the other
agent?
guy?
I have no idea.
What about the other? Who's that linebacker from Carolina?
Frankie Louvu.
Yeah.
I like Frankie
Frankie Louvu's
Louvu,
good.
but
He's old.
yeah, he's old too. I think Sonny Styles and Leo Chenal's a good linebacker.
The whole
duo.
defense is old except for
Frankie Louvu there. The edge rushers, the D tackles, you have Deron Payne, who I have as a key player because, he was a star pass rusher early in his career. The last couple years, it just hasn't been there. So a lot of this defensive success will depend on if Deron Payne can get back to like 7 or 8 sacks a season instead of 3 or 4. Besides their top 2 picks, they drafted Joshua Josephs in round 5, Katron Allen in round 6, and then Matt Golden and how do you say that?
It's Ethan Kalkmanis.
Yeah, quarterback in round 7.
I think
I-
out of those
was
players,
that the Rutgers guy?
I think out of those players, Joshua Josephs definitely could break the DM
Love
rotation.
Joshua Joseph.
He's
That's
good.
a great.
that is
I
a
was a
great
good
pick.
steal.
in
I
round
thought
5.
he was a steal at round 5. I think they got him right.
Yeah.
And then Katron Allen, you might as well take a shot at a guy who's really productive in college. I mean, your running back room is kind of open. I mean, he wants the job. He wants the job.
I mean, it's
Corey
gonna be
I wouldn't
Married.
say I wouldn't bet on it. But
Bill
you
and
never know.
Rashad White, and then I guess
I mean, who saw
Katron Allen
Bill?
there.
I mean, let's be real. Katron Allen was way better than Bill in college. So
I think
and Bill was a
Krosky
star.
Merritt is very overrated.
Oh yeah, he's
Absolutely.
Yeah, what, like-
he has negative efficiency. His efficiency
3.2 yards per
His
carry? What was
efficiency
it?
was terrible. Between the 2 7th-round packs last year, Monongai was the better one. And I'm a Bears fan, so I'm going to be biased. But I think,
Well, he-
even being fair,
every
I think Monongai
statistic
was.
Ever
He's
since
better.
he was
Yeah.
way better.
Lastly, key players, Jaden Daniels, stay healthy. That is the only objective for the season.
What are you projecting for this year?
This year, I have them at 8-9, 7-10. I think they'll probably finish third, and I don't know if it'll be the Cowboys or the Giants in second, but I don't think Washington did enough to make it back to the playoffs. And I'm really starting to think that NFC Championship was a complete fluke.
All right. Next, I did the Cowboys, so we're gonna start with some departures. They lost, I guess you could say. This is kind of they lost Jalen Tolbert, their wide receiver 3.
Oh, no.
I know, it was scary. This one's a little bit bigger because their defense was garbage. Davion Clowney, did they just let him walk? I mean, he
Yeah,
has a side-
probably. I mean,
but
they,
he
they
was their
brought in a
leading sack
million
leader.
They brought in a million.
Yeah,
edge
so I don't
rushers.
really know, but that was their probably biggest loss on the on defense because he was their leading sack. He was their sack leader last year. They lost Dante Fowler to Seahawks. Maybe he'll be like DeMarcus Lawrence 2.0.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but their D tackle
Odigizua.
Adugazua. They traded him to the Niners because they just brought in They brought in a bunch of D
They have a
tackles.
million D linemen now, and
Which I thought was a good trade for
once
them.
again, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Then they
Yeah.
we'll get
And
into
then
signings.
two people. Logan Wilson retired. I mean, I don't know what happened to him. He used to be
He
somewhat
just
decent.
fell off.
He fell off.
He
He was
was
a
on
good
that Super Bowl
linebacker.
roster with the Bengals.
And he was like one of their best players on the
Yeah, he
defense.
was, and then he got traded for a 7th round pick.
And
Was terrible
retired,
on
like,
the
a couple
Cowboys.
months
And
later.
retired, yeah.
And then the last player, I know this was important to us. They lost Jack Sanborn. He doesn't go.
Oh yeah, the jackhammer back to the Bears.
Dallas.
No, he only went to Dallas because Eberflus was
Yeah.
there, and Eberflus coached. I think I saw by some statistics the worst defense of the 21st century.
All right, but before
That
we-
defense
Christ.
was so fucking
Yeah.
bad. I don't even know how it managed to be. I guess it's because you have Trevon Diggs as your number 1 corner, and then their edge
Yeah,
rushers.
he's gone now too.
Well, does that count? Well, they got rid of him like way before.
They got rid of him at the end of the season.
No, I'm
the
saying
Packers
before-
signed
yeah.
him, and he played 1 snap in the playoff.
Did he
game
give up
versus
a
the Bears.
touchdown that snap or something?
I don't know.
Was
I'm
that the
pretty
snap
sure-
that DJ Moore scored that game when he touched?
No, I don't
I
believe
think it was
it.
a big catch. I don't think it was a touchdown.
Okay, yeah. No. I remember he got blocked in the hell by DJ Moore on the
Maybe
screen.
something like
Oh,
that.
And he
yeah.
was like a 20. Okay, anyways, before I get into additions, I think this is important though to know about their addition. They fired Eberflus obviously after they went 7-9 at that one time.
Eberflus is the NFL's defensive terrorist.
Anyways.
He ruined the Bears and he ruined the Cowboys. What is Eberflus even doing now?
He's the offensive coordinator's best friend.
The funniest
Yeah, he
story
is.
about it is
He's an offensive coordinator for the other
when the
team.
Bears signed him to be head coach, the Colts were like just about to fire him.
Yeah,
As-
I know.
And then the Bears hired him as head coach, and the Colts were like, okay, yeah,
All right.
take over.
All right,
Yeah.
back on topic.
Eberflus, I hope you enjoy flipping burgers at Wendy's for the rest of your
Yes.
life.
Anyways, back on topic. So they hired Christian Parker, who's the former Eagles and Broncos DB coach. So a lot of success. They have PS2, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. That's a lot of success, like coaching and developing guys the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Schottenheimer, where they hired a really underqualified guy. I feel like. Now I'm not saying
I
he's
actually,
underqualified.
I do like Schottenheimer as the head coach.
No, but you could say when they were hired, they were underqualified for like what typical.
Do you know who
hirings are.
Schottenheimer's dad is?
Well, okay, we're not talking.
Sure,
about,
he got the job through nepotism, but at the same time,
I'm not
that's
saying he's bad. No,
Schottenheimer
I'm
name.
saying when they hired Schottenheimer, everyone was like, "Oh, they're fucked." Like, you know, what I mean, let's be real. Everyone thought like,
He's been
who
like-
is this guy?
Nah, I never hated on Brian.
No. I'm saying
Schottenheimer.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying the majority of people were like, okay, they're just
Yeah,
not-
all these new gens that don't know Marty Schottenheimer.
No, I know. Okay, anyways, and they literally fired every defensive coach on that team, and they got new ones, and that leads to their additions. They rehauled the hell out of this defense. They got. Well, I don't know if this is really a good move, but they got Rashawn Gary from the
Rashawn
Packers.
Gary, I guess the upside.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
okay.
mine-
They got. I mean,
You're taking
as
a
a
shot.
starting D end, no.
you think
but
about
if he's
it-
the DN 3, yeah.
If you
it's
think
gonna-
about it, that means that in return for Micah Parsons from the Packers, they got 2 first-round picks, Kenny Clark and now Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
They got the whole Packers D-line
Yeah, pretty
and 2 firsts for Micah Parsons.
Yeah. Anyways, they signed safety Jalen Thompson. He was gonna be a starter. I like that. They got Kobe Durant, who I felt like's always been underrated. Who's their corner on the Rams.
Yeah.
He's been
He's
decent.
good.
Joe Milton, watch out, because Sam Howell's on the team now.
Oh, Joe Melton versus Sam Howell.
I don't even know how, but Marquez Valdez-Scantling is still in the league somehow.
That guy, I don't
How
know
old
how
is
he's
he
still in
now?
the league.
I don't know, dude.
How is he still in the
They
league?
got John-
Him and McCole Hardman are the
They
two
got
that blow my
defensive
mind.
lineman Jonathan
Chiefs
Bullard.
receiver.
They got
Yes.
the linebacker D. Winters. I feel like I haven't heard his name in a while.
Oh yeah, I know. They
Is he
were
good
just-
still, or is he kind of washed? I don't even know.
I don't know. I'll
I think,
throw
you're
it just
thinking
there.
I think you're thinking of D Ford, not D Winners.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he
D
might.
Ford was on the Chiefs.
All right. Anyway, so we get to the draft where they want to address defense. They did. They drafted safety
Their
Caleb
safeties
Downs
are going to be really good. Jalen
with
Thompson,
round
Caleb
yeah
Downs.
round 1 pick 11.
Their
They got now. I know people hate on it, but I think it was they got Malachi Lawrence edge. Now people are hating on it, but
You
it's
were hating
probably-
on it.
Oh, I agree. It's a bad pick. They could have got way better DNs, but he's still an upgrade over whoever the hell they were playing DN last year. David Clowney.
I
Logan.
disagree.
At least he has a chance.
Actually,
to be
no.
good.
Don't get into this. If
Yeah.
you
We're-
want to hear our opinions on Malachi Lawrence, go back and watch our video analyzing the
Yes.
draft from about a month ago. You can hear us absolutely tear
All right.
apart that.
I'm not gonna give my opinion, Malachi Lawrence. You guys know what it is. Let's just say they want to rehaul the defense. They're trying. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Over
In the
Zion.
third
With
round,
Zion Young
they
and
drafted
Parker there.
Jay Sean Barham, linebacker. I don't.
It's not a bad
Is he
pick.
from Florida? Right.
No,
Is
not
it
a bad
Florida?
pick.
Barham was Alabama.
What?
Alabama. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
And then they got They got backup O tackle and Drew Shell in round 4. They got Devin Moore in round 4, corner. I like that.
Yeah.
They got LT Overton, who I think has a chance to beat out Malachi Lawrence for the edge spot, but he might move into D10.
No, it'll be Malachi Lawrence as like a pass rush specialist.
And Ezeraku.
Yeah, and Ezeraku. And then
LT
Overton
would
will
be
do
the
run defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gary. Don't forget Gary.
Yeah, I know. So they have a lot of edge rushers. Whether any of them
They could
are
put
any good.
Overshown in.
They got
too,
Anthony
have
Smith
him
in round
come up
7.
there.
I'm not even going to
Yeah.
talk about. And this one, I feel like people are talking about one of the more talk about UDFAs. They got Michael Trigg at tight end.
Michael Trigg that's really
Pure
good.
receiving tight end. They could use Ferguson for even more blocking. Like they don't use that in him enough
That's
for
what I
that.
mean. Nate Borker's clearly better than him.
How did Michael Trigg go undrafted?
Because he's a pure receiving tight end. They're
That might be more insane than Shador Sanders.
They're
falling to
clearly
fifth round.
valuing blocking over receiving.
All
now.
teams are, I think.
Yes.
Because you have guys like Sam Roush going.
5 years ago, Sam
in the
Roush
third
would not even make a roster after being signed as a UDFA. Michael Trigg would be like a 3rd round pick.
We've talked about it before, but it's just that
It's just the
second coming of the running back now in the league.
in the run game, yeah.
Yeah, everybody
And there's a
wants
couple
tight ends.
notable re-signings. They got George Pickett's on a franchise tag. They need to figure out a deal soon because the longer you wait.
Has he like been skipping OTAs?
No, he signed his franchise tag. He's going.
Yeah, he's going. But still.
I don't know why he's like that mad
I
about
don't know
signing it
how
because
they're-
he's making like $35 million or something from it. So.
Now it's kind of ridiculous. You're paying CD Lamb a big contract. Yeah, CD. CD Lamb is on a big contract. Dak Prescott's on a big contract. You just extended Javonte Williams on a decent contract.
I wouldn't say
Jake
so.
Ferguson is being paid. How are you meant to pay a whole defense as well as George Pickens?
Well, that's why they traded Micah, which I felt, even though people hate it, it was the right move at the time because it's either you have Micah, Dak, and CD taking up 60% of your cap. You're just never. It was the right move. Now they have to go win now because in 3 years, when all those defensive players need signings.
Because now the Packers are going to be.
Anyways, 2 more people. I had Javonte Williams. I feel like that's notable. I wouldn't be surprised they drafted a running back to take him over in 2 years. Because was it a 2-year deal they took him
Thing
on?
is, like,
he's been good, but
Javonte Williams is what, 25 or 26
is he only
years
26?
old?
I thought he was like 28.
No, he came into the league young. He's 26 years old, and I think he's got less career carries than Bijan Robinson. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I have Brandon Aubrey, re-signed one of the best kickers in the game. And my notable players or notable things for the Cowboys this season, I think they're going either 10-7 or 11-6. They need their star players to stay healthy, obviously, but they need Dak to be how he plays in the regular season because, I mean, let's be real. He's a great regular season quarterback. He just sucks in the playoffs.
Stat pattern.
He was healthy last year, but
worse than Lions Matt Stafford.
I think 2 of the last 3 years he's missed a good chunk of games. Like I know 2 years ago he missed the entire end of this 10 games of last season.
Thing is, look at the Cowboys have rotations of the defense is garbage, but the offense is really good.
Yeah.
And then the next year the defense is really good, but Dak gets injured and the offense is garbage.
The biggest thing is they need obviously their star players. They have a lot of high end talent. They need those lower players to step up this year if they want any chance of competing.
All right, before we move on to the Eagles, can we just take a moment to react that this dude just said they need their star players to be healthy if they want to win?
No, they've had a problem. Yeah. They still have. There's some teams that don't have a problem with that. Like the Ravens, Lamar was out and they won more games with it. Some teams can deal with that, like the Niners.
We're moving on to the Eagles. The Eagles. What do we want to start with? We want to start with our additions,
Start
losses,
off with
draft,
the
because they have a
departures.
big range of.
Yeah, start off with departures.
Their most notable losses are Nakobe Dean. I think that's a big loss. I'm a big Nakobe
Okay,
Dean
Mr.
fan.
Georgia.
Him going to the Raiders is a very good deal for the Raiders, and that's a tough loss for Philly.
It's not like they drafted a round 1 linebacker last year to replace him.
Dude, I actually love what the Raiders did this offseason, but that's going to be it for
Who's in Nakobe Dean?
Jalen Phillips, who, I mean, that's to be expected. I don't think anyone thought that they were actually going to re-sign him. It was more of just we need to try to win now, so you trade for him at the deadline. Reed Blankenship, that's actually kind of a more surprising loss. I think they would want to try it, but I think there's a big money issue in Philly this year.
And now I think
who's replacing him there?
Cooper DeJean, they're going to play him at safety.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sing the song.
We got Jahan Dotson, who's not that big of a loss, but it's so notable. He's the wide receiver 3 out there. But we'll talk about it later. They got way more receivers this year. Josh Uche, another just rotational defensive guy they lost.
Yeah.
Same with Azeez Ojulari. But one of the biggest question marks that's still around is the A.J. Brown situation with the Eagles.
Well, we're gonna
He's
find
gonna
out
get
in like
traded,
a week or
but-
two.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
they said, what was it, June 1st?
It's a week
They
or
said
two,
it's going to be the Patriots, but now apparently the Jaguars are making a push for it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Of course,
if
the Jaguars. Dude, their GM is the most aggressive dude ever, but he doesn't even make the right decisions. when
James
you're being aggressive.
Gladstone, I think.
Yeah,
is his
so-
He makes like the stupid decisions where he could got players where he didn't need to be aggressive.
No,
like he
didn't you
would've
see? I saw a rumor that the Jaguars are trying to trade Brian Thomas for A.J. Brown.
It's
I would honestly
Imagine
take that
if
on the
Philly
Eagles. I would
was-
take
Eagles
that.
would-
I don't know
I
if
would
anyone
take it.
watches Bangle on YouTube, but that's that dude's doppelganger. Have you ever seen his channel? But or if we just talk about the losses, let's talk about the additions. This is free agency only and trades. Jonathan Greenard is obviously their big
Oh yeah,
Of course,
Jonathan
that's not-
Bernard.
He's been
draft, a trade that
Underrated.
happened during the draft. I mean, that's a good response to losing Jalen Phillips. I like it.
Well,
He's
I
better
believe
than Jalen Phillips.
they also signed him to an extension, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know the exact details on that. Jonathan Greenard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Joe Tryon-Shinoika is just going to be a good rotational guy that you can
he's a
kinda
good
have.
run defender, but not much.
Did you
else.
know who that was before the Bears traded for him last year?
Of course
he's a
I did. He went in the
first-round pick
first
by Tampa
round.
Bay.
Oh, wait, yeah.
This
I
is
forgot
common
about
ball knowledge.
They got Elijah Moore, who's probably will not touch the field.
No, washed up.
Andy Dalton, another back. I don't know what it
What
is.
is it with them with rotate backup QBs every
I
year?
know.
What?
Is it like they're trying to get someone to teach Jalen
don't.
Hurts how to
They're
do
trying to
it?
catch
Hang
them
it
all.
up,
It's
bro.
like Pokemon.
Their big free agency signing was Tariq Woolen. I love that signing for him. I think it was like
It's just the perfect fit for Tariq Woolen.
It really is, yeah.
Wasn't he the one who got into? He started arguing with the Philly fans or something. When
Jalen
He
Carter
wasn't-
and Tariq Woolen getting 40 yards in penalties.
you know when the Seahawks went to the
Remember
I
early?
don't know if it was Philly.
Didn't
I know he
Jalen
was-
Carter have
it might
like
have
some
been.
kind of problem earlier in the offseason?
Jalen Carter.
Maybe
I think
was
there was
surprised.
something.
There
I
was
mean,
something.
There was something, but I
Or
think,
was it just another Georgia player getting arrested and we just thought it had something to do with Jalen?
No, it was about Jalen Carter. Right? I
I
think
got
that
Tariq Woolen
concerns
on
kinda
George
bad.
Pickens. Oh my God, what's that going to end up
And
being
then-
like?
Oh, George Pickens
George Pickens
versus
is
Tariq.
fried.
George-
Let's be so real. George Pickens is fried.
He's not going to fry because they're going to be boxing on the 30-yard line.
He's getting fried in the boxing.
Throwback to
Look
the
at-
Georgia
I-
Georgia
look
Tech
at- I'm
fight
gonna-
with George
I wish
Pickens.
Tariq Woolen missed a punch on a guy.
I'm not necessarily the greatest gambler in the world, but if I could bet on there being at least one or two ejections between the two Cowboys-Eagles games this year, I would bet on that.
And the last big notable addition was they traded for Dontavian Wicks, which I think is going to be their
Wide receiver 3.
Jahan Dotson.
Technically, he's their
replacement.
number 4 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't they traded for their wide receiver 3 like twice now? Because
Yeah,
traded
they
for
always
Jahan
do this. They
Dotson.
take flyers on these guys, but it works out.
Dotson
so
didn't do
some of
that.
the time.
He did decent last
Let's
year.
get into their draft because their draft was pretty good. Makai Lemon first round. I mean, it's good value for where he was supposed to go. There's
Yeah, and now he's probably gonna take over the lion's share of targets, at least because he's gonna be in the slot. You'll have Devontae Smith on the outside. AJ Brown's gonna be gone, and then obviously we know who was the tight end. they got.
Well, Lemon and Devontae Smith can play any position. They're
Exactly.
they're very versatile.
That's why they won.
No, I assume Lemon's gonna play slot, and he'll be the two tight end sets.
Yeah.
But Smith can be an X, even though he's really small for the size. He's definitely an X.
Yeah.
second round pick 54. They took Eli Stowers, which like what Bainey said in a past podcast. The Eagles are very good at drafting positions a year before they need them. I think
They did it with Jalen Hurts.
Goddard will be gone next year, and Stowers is going to become the full tight. I think there is questions about what Stowers can do as a full starting tight end since he's a pure receiving. I mean, some teams are talking about just moving him to receiver.
Well, what was his 40 time? Wasn't it?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
insane.
he's-
It was really
Four,
good.
five. It was 4-5.
4-5.
Like
I
was thinking
4-5-3.
4-5-3.
4-5-3.
Great, like
He's
broad
got
jump, I think
receiver
it was.
speed,
He's like Travis Kelsey light for me. That's probably the best count you could
I
get.
guess.
Yeah, I love that fit. And round 3, pick 68, Markel Bell. They
Yes,
finally took an offensive tackle.
I love Markel Bell. I thought he was severely underrated. That whole Miami O-line was really good.
I love it.
And you know how much I
Once
hate
again,
Miami.
drafting a year in advance.
He
Yes,
should be able to
Lane
sit a
Johnson.
year behind Lane Johnson.
I mean, you're learning from one of the best
You're learning
tackles
from
of the last
one of the
10 years.
best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cole now, round 5, pick 178, Cole Payton. They can't help themselves. They have to draft or sign a quarterback every year. I mean,
Maybe they're looking for
they
the Jalen
acquired
Hurts
2 of them this
replacement.
year.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Jalen Hurts was like this, but Because think about it, that was when they still had Carson Wentz. They thought he was the guy.
He
They
was,
took Jalen
he was
Hurts
like
second
high to
round.
This is when he
MVP
started to
Carson
fall
Wentz,
off. On
too.
the
Hurts was
No,
a
it
second
was
round
not
pick, though.
MVP Carson.
Hurst
Wentz.
was a second round pick, exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting just because he's coming from North Dakota State.
Yeah.
He's also lefty. So
Yeah,
it's-
we all know what happened in the last big name North Dakota State quarterback.
I mean, the last time the Eagles took a North Dakota State, though, was Carson Wentz.
oh, true.
All right, round 6, pick 207. They took Micah Morris, the guard out of Georgia. Great pick. I mean,
Wow, no
it's
wonder.
good value on the pick, and the dude's just a dog. He's a great backup guard to have in your system, and he one day could start. I wouldn't be surprised. Round 7, pick 244. Cole Wisniewski. I mean, now we're getting into these 7th round picks where it's like you're just drafting our rotational guys.
Wait, I wait for
The
my
more
favorite
notable
7th
7th round pick, pick 251, Uar Bernard.
Can I
ever.
give one thing about this? If I'm the Eagles, they drafted Jordan Mailata with the exact same situation. Never played football before, and look at him
To be
now.
fair, Mailata was also still a professional athlete.
Oh yeah, he was a professional rugby athlete.
Uar Bernard, what has he done?
That's
in
Just
his
a
life?
random.
I mean, he
guy from
tested
Africa
well.
who's
I mean, if
fast.
you're the Eagles,
He's
you're a
just
good
Why
team.
not? It's a
Built.
7th round pick. You might as well.
But I mean, I'm
Let's
gonna
be
give my
real.
opinion on this. The NFL definitely paid the NFL.
You know that was their comp.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was a comp pick they used on that.
Yeah, the
Something like
NFL
that.
wanted.
They
to do
definitely
this
told him to
again.
draft. I think it was definitely you need to draft him. You're gonna draft him. I
What if he
mean,
turns
like,
into the-
yeah,
that
we're
kid
not
I
gonna
was
let all these dudes go undrafted. Like we need people drafted. I mean,
internationally.
It's
yeah.
funny because you'll have guys like Michael Trigg and Diego Pavia go undrafted.
Okay, well, that's a different story.
That's a different story. We already got into that in the last one. And then Uar Bernard can get drafted.
And then lastly, I mean, they drafted outside linebacker Keyshawn James with the 252nd pick, and that wraps up their draft. I mean, this is a weird year for the Eagles. They lost a lot of big players.
They don't even
and
need
they're-
to do too much. Their thing is they just need to get like better coordinators.
They're gonna make the playoffs.
Oh, talk
They're
about
go-
their coordinators.
They're obviously going to make the playoffs.
They need a- they
What do
just
you think
need
the
a-
record's gonna be.
I have their projected record as 11-6.
I'm going to give them like an 80% chance of winning the division. Do you have any prediction of how far they'll go in the playoffs?
Second round.
Divisional.
I don't know. I think
I don't
it's
think
so
so.
hard.
I can see him making the NFC Championship. I just don't see him winning.
In my opinion, I think they lose this first round again.
No,
I can see
I don't think they
I think
can.
they'll
I don't
lose
even
the
think they
divisional
can make the NFC Championship.
You never know. They could get. You could
I
get.
mean, I wouldn't be surprised
I don't
if they
think
run.
it's
out.
I
like.
wouldn't-
Do you trust the Eagles to beat a team like the Niners, Seahawks,
well, yeah,
Bears,
but then at the same
Rams,
time,
any
what
of
if they
those
play the
teams?
Packers again? They play the Packers.
If they
and-
play the Packers, yeah, they'll win. But the Packers.
Think about
won't-
it. You play the Packer. You could play like the Panthers, and then you could play the Packers round 2 or something. You never know.
I think my opinion on
It
it
could
is they have a lot of young people, and by next year, I think they're back to
Yeah,
top of the NFC. Like you're looking at like competing.
I
for
The
wouldn't
thing
the
is,
seed.
Saquon's getting old.
They
They're
hit-
gonna have to get a
yeah.
replacement soon.
if they hit on the
True.
OC, I would not be surprised if they're like.
I think by next year they're back in that. We're
Yeah,
competing to
I
be
can see
the
that.
number
Noah,
one
did
seed.
you ever say how far you predicted the Cowboys will go in the playoffs?
Oh, first round exits.
one and done. 100%.
I don't even need to.
Even if they win
they're
the
making
division,
the 6 or 7 seed, and they're losing to whoever they travel to. Dak is throwing 3
well, let's
picks.
think. If they're
CeeDee Lamb is dropping 5 passes, and the defense is on 4.
well, let's think about it. Obviously, an NFC West team is going to be the first seed, so that means they're either going to have to go into a place like Chicago or Detroit, or they're going to have to go into
Seattle
Philly.
or LA.
No, because they're going to be the first seed. And
Oh,
and
but
even
one of the two is not going to be. The
even
first
if the
seed.
Cowboys win the division, the NFC wildcard teams are going to brutalize them.
I mean, I think
if
there's
they
a better
not?
chance if they get lucky and they play like the 7 seed like NFC South team.
Panthers.
So would somehow.
Are you
sneaks
kidding
in.
me? No, the
Fuck,
NFC.
Panthers
Look,
would've
the
beat them
7th
last
seed
year.
is probably going to be
Okay,
either
the Cowboys
Packers
get matched
again.
up with an NFC South team. Maybe I could see them game pass.
Thing is, the NFC
Hey,
South.
hey,
any,
those almost beat the
any other
Rams.
division, they're
NFC South is going to be 4 seed, and that's it. So.
the only chance they have making it past round 1 is if they get matched up with the NFC South team. They play any other team, they're losing.
But they can't. So I'm gonna say Cowboys 1 and done. Eagles, their ceiling is making it to the divisional round.
And all right, let's wrap up this
Let's get to the
division
Giants.
This is
breakdown
about to get
with
really
the most
bad.
interesting team broken down
Let's-
by the most interesting person sitting at this table right now.
They lost a lot. They lost a decent amount of people in free agency, but they also replaced a bunch of their needs
what team are we
with
talking about?
the Giants,
The New York Football Giants.
the New Jersey Giants. Actually,
Okay.
they lost Dexter Lawrence. Obviously, they traded him for those 2 firsts with the Bengals. They lost.
That was a great trade for them.
Great trade. Bobby Oker. I don't even know how to say his name.
Bobby Okereke.
Daniel Bellinger. They lost Wanda Robinson to the Titans, and they also lost wide receiver Daquan Felton, safety Patrick McMorris, and their corners T.J. Moore and Miles Purchase.
Okay, so none of those guys.
So, a
were
bunch of
having
randoms,
names. I'm not
basically.
sure why you wrote them
Huge.
down.
because Miles Bridges played a decent amount.
Okay.
And then they added Tremaine Edmonds, who's nicely paired with Arvo Reese there. Darnell Mooney, who's gonna start in the slot for them. Isaiah Likely, who I'm really high on Isaiah Likely. Mainly because I have him in
He's gonna
fantasy.
finally get his own role.
He's been behind Mark Andrews' whole career. Pat Ricard, and then most importantly, punter Jordan Stout.
Oh, of course, yeah. 3-year contract for the punter.
Let's talk about their draft picks. Now, I think they.
Well, can we talk about the free agent signings really quick?
I mean, Calvin Austin, pure kick returning.
We were talking about the free agents.
Yeah, I know, but
Tremaine
we just said
Edmonds.
who they were. We didn't talk about them.
Oh, yeah.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Darnell Mooney's going to start in this. He's going to start in this.
Oh yeah, I think that's a great low risk, high reward.
If Malik Neighbors isn't
Darnell Mooney, he could put like 8
if Malik Neighbors isn't back to start the season, Darnell Mooney's going to get a lot of targets there.
He's not really a high target guy. He's more of a home run threat.
Darnell Mooney is that guy that he gets
big
like
home run in Malachi Fields.
He gets like 3 or 4 catches. He'll max out like 4 or 5 catches.
He's a shifty guy,
but he'll get like a 30 or 40 yard.
Tremaine Edmonds, I think, for how injury prone and how mediocre he's been with the Bears, it is shocking to see him get 3 years, $36 million, $12 million a year.
Not really,
especially when you consider the guy.
Linebacker.
The guy who's
he's not bad. That's a great value.
No, he's not. The guy who's replacing him on the Bears is getting paid less and was an All-Pro last year.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. The Giants definitely. Well, the thing about Edmonds is 3 years, 12 mil for 3 years isn't bad. Like
that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's about his value. That's about his value.
I'm gonna guess they have an out after year 2.
No, that is about his value. The Bears just okay. You're comparing the Bears, but they got like a hell of a steal.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna say with Isaiah Likely, I would not be surprised if this just does not pan out for the Giants. I'm not too big on Isaiah Likely as a whole. I don't think he's really has.
I'm excited to see what he can do as a.
But it's going to be very interesting to see how he does as a tight end 1 in this offense.
You know what? Theo Johnson will probably benefit from him being there.
This is also Harbaugh, so he knows what he's doing with them. So he's already been with them.
Yeah.
If it wasn't with Harbaugh, I'd definitely be more like.
They're just bringing in a bunch of former Ravens and Bears and seeing how it works.
I mean, Greg Newsome, he's gonna.
It's always
about Greg Newsome. He's
always a good quarter too.
Wasn't that a 1-year deal?
It's a big make or break year for Deontay Banks this year.
Deontay Banks probably is not going to
been in the league for how long?
Because we're going to talk about their picks. I don't think Deontay Banks is good unless he's a slot.
Let's get into the picks.
They took Arvo Reese with round 1, pick 5.
Fantastic.
Great value pick.
He flung all the way to pick 5.
You think I'm at 5?
Yeah.
You think Francis Maui go at 10?
Another great pick.
Francis
Maui Noah.
They got Maui Noah and they got Andrew Thomas.
Keep in mind,
don't forget they got Evan Neal.
I was going there.
Oh my god, Evan Neal.
They took Colton Hood with round 2, pick 37.
This is what I was talking about. It's going to be Colton Hood and Newsome as their 2 stars. That's what I'm saying. Deontay Banks has to hope one of them gets injured and like play lights out.
Thing is, those first 3 picks are fantastic.
I think they had a really good draft.
They recycled.
I still think
every one of their picks.
Look, I still think they're a year or 2 away, but this is a great building block.
Didn't they just extend their GM like a day ago or something?
Oh yeah, they did.
Joe Shaw. This dude is like
he's actually
multi-year contract.
Locked in from the last couple of years. He's been very
get rid
good.
of all of my notes.
Okay, sorry.
Let's continue.
Then they took round 3, pick 74, Malachi Fields.
Great value.
Okay.
He's the perfect.
Go back and watch those videos of those 2 arguing about him.
He's the perfect complement to Malik Neighbors. Like he's
if you want to see us talk about Malachi Fields, go check out our fantasy video. We have an extensive talk about him.
They didn't have another pick till round 6, pick 186 with Bobby Jameson Travis from out of Auburn. He tackle, and then it's a 6th round pick. He's gonna be.
That's the Dexter
another dude that
Dexter Lawrence placement in the 6th round.
Speaking of Dexter Lawrence replacement, I don't think we talked about DJ Reader yet. Who they signed?
Did they just sign him?
Not too long ago, they signed DJ Reader. D tackle, right?
That's a nice replacement for him.
Their D tackles is going to be more of a rotation stuff like that. Obviously, that's star player, but their DMs are good enough where they can get away with it.
And then round 6, pick 192, they took J.C. Davis, O tackle, Illinois. I mean,
good pick.
We saw him play in real life. He was really good.
Well, it was Northwestern, so
I mean, it can't be worse.
It
can't be worse than Evan Neal.
They had a tight end playing running back, if you remember.
But he was that Northwestern tight end was a dog, though. I'm not going. And then very next pick, they took linebacker Jack Kelly out of BYU.
Listen, the biggest bandwagon BYU fan right now, by the way.
He's not going to play at all. There's no spot for him on this team. He can't play. He can't come off the edge because there's too many edge rushers, and he's not going to play linebacker.
He can move him to D tackle.
Yeah, play him at D tackle.
Biggest BYU bandwagon doesn't know a single player from 2023 or before, except for Zach Wilson.
Puka Nacua.
Hey, Puka Nacua.
He didn't even know Puka went to BYU.
He did.
Yes, I did.
You didn't even know what BYU stood for.
Yeah.
You thought it stood for Britton Young. Brigham Young.
They went 4-13 last year. I think they're going to end up being 7-10.
You didn't write down what your prediction was.
No, say your actual prediction. Say your
7-10.
7-10.
I don't think they're
a wild
too
card.
young to.
I expect them to be like a 7-10.
In like 2-3 years, I think they're going to start.
You never know. They would not. If Malik Neighbors come back fully healthy, like he beats the injury stuff. I would not be shocked if they're one of the few surprise teams. They're one of the teams that go from 4th to 1st. They're probably one of the better.
It's not gonna happen.
Do you understand what I'm not saying? It's gonna happen. I say they would be one of the more teams that are more likely to do it. Now, obviously, most likely they're.
I think they have a couple years till they're like consistently
out
winning
of the
10
whole
plus
NFC.
games.
I'd say they're the 3rd most likely team to go worst to first. I'd say both the Vikings and the and the Saints.
There's also a couple injuries that have been happening in OTAs.
Oh yeah, Lions and Saints easily could go.
Okay, yeah. Actually, though, this year it's bad. If you
Cardinals have zero chance.
I wouldn't say the chance is zero. They are just a very volatile team. They could be really good or really bad. Now, obviously, if they're really good, they'd be like 9-8.
The way I see this season going in the next 2 seasons, it's like one of those like weird in betweens where you're in between getting out of your rebuild, but you're still like in the process of
kind of like last year with the Bears.
You're still trying to make your final.
It's
move.
like
last year with the Bears, they were.
No, 2 years ago. I'm talking about the first year.
Yeah, it's like where the White Sox and the MLB are right now. Honestly, I'm going to say I'm more excited for the New York Jets. I actually think they have.
I think both New York teams are going to be exciting to watch. They might not.
They're going to be fun to watch, but I kind of like what the Jets are doing more. Look, the Giants have a quarterback and they're trying to build around him. The Jets are building up a team for their quarterback.
2 different philosophies. I like both.
Giants have had a couple injuries going on in OTAs as well. Ray Robertson Harris, his ACL got torn and he'll be out for the season. Malik Neighbors, we all know, is questionable to return for earlier in the year. Andrew Thomas, he messed up his shoulder in OTAs.
Oh, God.
They're working on him. And Scadaboo and Bo Collins both are having ankle problems right now.
And
Bo Collins,
our favorite guy.
Undrafted free agent cornerback Thaddeus Dixon out of UNC.
Logan, what's your opinions on Bo Collins?
Achilles. He's probably retiring after that.
There's no opinion to be had.
Thaddeus Dixon, corner they signed.
Yeah. Oh man, Bo Collins.
Ended Georgia's season last year. 2 years ago.
But I think with that, that's a good place to end this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment to tell us any other podcast ideas. And we will see you all in the next video.